Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 Americans over 50 lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why their body just won't let them rest? Imagine this. It's 2:17 a.m. A man in his early 60s, living in a quiet suburb, slips out of bed for the third time. His wife is fast asleep, but he's pacing the hallway, exhausted yet restless. By sunrise, he's drained, irritable, and foggy-headed, yet tomorrow will feel the same. Many people believe this is simply what happens as we age, that broken sleep, endless tossing and turning, and groggy mornings are an unavoidable part of getting older. But here's the shocking truth. Your sleepless nights might not be caused by age at all. In fact, researchers at Harvard recently found that diet and lifestyle choices can either switch on or switch off the very hormones that control your body's sleep cycle. And the difference between lying awake at midnight or sleeping soundly until morning could come down to something as simple as what's on your dinner plate. Think about that for a second. You could spend years relying on sleeping pills, counting sheep, or hoping exhaustion will eventually knock you out, while the real answer has been sitting in your kitchen all along. Tonight's dinner may hold the key to tomorrow's energy, memory, and even long-term health. So here's the question I want you to sit with. If changing just 1 or 2 foods could restore deep, refreshing sleep, wouldn't you want to know exactly what they are?
You've probably felt it yourself. The heavy eyelids in the morning, the endless cups of coffee just to get through the day, the way small frustrations suddenly feel overwhelming when you haven't slept well. But what most people don't realize is that poor sleep after 50 doesn't just steal your rest, it quietly steals your health. Picture 2 neighbors. On one side of the street, there's Robert, 62, who hasn't had a full night's rest in years. He wakes up groggy, skips his morning walk, and forgets simple things, like where he left his keys or why he walked into the kitchen. His wife notices he's more irritable, less patient, and sometimes even avoids social gatherings because he just doesn't have the energy. Across the street lives Evelyn, 65. She used to struggle with restless nights too, but recently she's been sleeping more soundly. She wakes refreshed, meets her friends for yoga, and laughs easily with her grandchildren. Same age, same neighborhood, but a completely different quality of life, all because of sleep. Science confirms this difference is no coincidence. According to the National Institute on Aging, chronic sleep deprivation in older adults is linked to memory decline, weight gain, and even higher risks of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And it doesn't stop there. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. Your heart slows, your brain clears out toxins, and your immune system strengthens. Without it, you're essentially forcing your body to run without ever refueling. Think of your body like a smartphone. You can push it hard all day, running apps, streaming videos, answering calls, but if you don't plug it in at night, eventually, the battery dies. The difference is, when your phone shuts off, you can charge it again. When your body burns out from years of poor sleep, the damage isn't always reversible. Now, here's the sobering truth. Surveys show that nearly 50% of adults over 60 struggle with at least one sleep disorder. But the worst part? Most of them think it's just part of getting older and never look for a solution. That belief keeps millions trapped in a cycle of fatigue, irritability, and declining health, when in reality, there are natural ways to break free. So, if sleep is the foundation of memory, energy, mood, and even longevity, the real question becomes, what's keeping so many of us from getting it, and how can we fix it?
So why is it that nearly half of older adults can't sleep through the night? It's not always the obvious culprits like too much coffee or scrolling on the phone before bed. The truth is, there are hidden causes, some inside your body, some in your daily routine, that silently sabotage your rest. Let's start inside. After age 50, your body produces less melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain it's time to sleep.
Imagine your body's sleep system as a symphony. In youth, the orchestra plays in harmony. Melatonin, cortisol, and temperature rhythms all in sync. But as we age, the conductor loses control. Melatonin drops, cortisol often stays too high, and your internal clock falls out of rhythm. The result? You lie awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering what went wrong. Then there's the issue of hormonal changes beyond melatonin. For women in postmenopause, falling estrogen can trigger night sweats and restlessness. For men, declining testosterone is linked not only to fatigue, but also to disrupted deep sleep. It's not just bad luck, it's biology. But biology isn't the only thief here. Let's step into your bedroom. Your body temperature naturally dips at night to help you fall asleep. But if your room is too warm, or you pile on heavy blankets, you're unknowingly fighting against your own biology. Even a 2-degree difference in room temperature can be the line between deep rest and restless tossing. And then there's something most people never think about: medications. Blood pressure pills, antidepressants, even over-the-counter pain relievers can all interfere with sleep cycles. In fact, researchers estimate that nearly 40% of sleep problems in older adults are linked to side effects of medication. Yet many people blame themselves instead of realizing it may be their pill bottle. One more hidden cause: chronic, low-grade stress. Not the kind where you're panicking all day, but the quiet hum of worry about bills, health, or family. This stress keeps cortisol slightly elevated, like background noise that never stops. And when cortisol refuses to drop at night, your body simply won't enter the deep, restorative stages of sleep. So let's recap. It's not just bad habits that rob you of rest, it's hormonal shifts, medication side effects, disrupted body rhythms, room environment, and the invisible weight of stress. These hidden factors explain why so many older adults feel trapped in sleepless nights, even when they're doing everything right. But here's the encouraging part. Once you uncover these hidden causes, you can take back control. And in the next section, we'll explore how to do exactly that, starting with natural, science-backed strategies that support your body instead of fighting against it.
Now that we've uncovered the hidden causes of sleepless nights, let's talk solutions. And here's the beautiful truth. Some of the most powerful sleep remedies aren't found in a pharmacy. They're sitting quietly in your kitchen. Simple foods, when chosen wisely, can act like gentle medicine, helping your body slip into deep, healing rest. Let's explore 5 natural secrets that science says can make a real difference. Secret number 1: tart cherries, nature's melatonin boost. Most people think melatonin only comes in pills, but tart cherries are one of the few natural foods that actually contain it. In one study, older adults who drank tart cherry juice before bed increased their sleep time by up to 85 minutes. That's more than an extra hour of rest without a single pill. Imagine ending your night with a small glass of ruby red cherry juice, letting your body receive the very hormone it struggles to produce with age. Secret number 2: kiwi, the sleep fruit you've never considered. It might surprise you, but the humble kiwi is a powerhouse for sleep. Research from Taiwan found that adults who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed fell asleep 35% faster and slept 13% longer. Why? Kiwi is rich in serotonin, the brain's relax and restore chemical. Think of it as a natural bridge that helps your mind step calmly from the stress of the day into the peace of sleep. Secret number 3: almonds and walnuts, the mineral allies. Here's a fact few people know. Magnesium and tryptophan are like the building blocks of relaxation. Magnesium calms your nervous system, while tryptophan is the raw material your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin. Almonds and walnuts are packed with both. A small handful, after dinner, not a big bowl, just a handful, can give your brain the nutrients it needs to switch from alert mode to rest mode. Secret number 4, herbal infusions, more than just tea. Instead of reaching for sleeping pills, try what herbalists have recommended for centuries. Chamomile is famous, yes, but pair it with passion flower or valerian root and you have a blend that eases anxiety and lengthens deep sleep cycles. One clinical trial found that valerian reduced the time it took people to fall asleep by nearly 15 minutes on average. Think of these herbs as soft whispers to your nervous system, reminding it that it's safe to let go. Secret number 5, warm oatmeal or banana snack. Comfort with a purpose. Many people avoid eating at night, fearing weight gain. But for some, a small, smart bedtime snack actually supports sleep. Why? Because oats and bananas provide slow-digesting carbs that nudge tryptophan into your brain more effectively. Pairing half a banana with a spoonful of oatmeal or warm milk creates a calming ritual that signals both body and mind it's time to rest. Now, let's pause and reflect. None of these foods are exotic or expensive. You don't need to search health stores or buy complicated supplements. They are humble, everyday ingredients, fruits, nuts, grains, herbs that your body recognizes and welcomes. And when used consistently, they help restore the natural rhythms that age and stress so often disrupt. But a gentle warning, even natural remedies have to be used wisely. If you're diabetic, watch your fruit portions. If you're on blood thinners, be mindful with herbs like chamomile. And always talk with your doctor if you're adding something new into your nightly routine. The key takeaway is this: food is not just fuel, it can be medicine. And when chosen thoughtfully, it can be the difference between staring at the ceiling at midnight and waking up refreshed at dawn.
So how do we take these natural food secrets and weave them into everyday life without it feeling like yet another complicated health plan? The answer is simple: small, consistent steps. Let's walk through what this could look like in real life. Imagine this routine. In the early evening, instead of pouring another cup of coffee or tea, you pour yourself a calming herbal infusion, perhaps chamomile with a slice of lemon. Later, after dinner, you set aside a small handful of almonds or walnuts for dessert. Not a big slice of pie, just a few crunchy bites that feed your brain the minerals it needs for rest. As bedtime approaches, you prepare a small ritual. Maybe it's a warm cup of tart cherry juice or half a banana with a spoonful of oatmeal, something light, gentle, and comforting. Then, you dim the lights, silence the phone, and let your body naturally shift towards sleep. Notice something important here. This isn't about dieting or deprivation. It's about creating a nighttime rhythm that tells your body, you are safe, it's time to rest. If you're worried about forgetting, make it visual. Place a small bowl of kiwis on the kitchen counter where you'll see them after dinner. Keep your favorite herbal tea near the kettle. Treat these small cues as reminders that sleep isn't just about shutting your eyes, it's about nurturing your body into rest. And don't feel pressured to use all 5 foods every night. Start with one. Pick the one that feels easiest for you. Maybe cherry juice, maybe tea. Over time, layer in another. Think of it as building your personal sleep toolkit. The beauty is, you're in control, and you can tailor it to what feels good for your body. Now, you might be wondering, does this really work in everyday life? The answer is yes, and the stories are inspiring. Take George, a retired school principal in his late 60s. For years, he struggled to sleep more than 4 hours a night. He tried over-the-counter pills, but they left him groggy the next day. Out of desperation, he began a simple experiment: a glass of tart cherry juice before bed. Within a week, he noticed he was not only falling asleep faster, but also staying asleep until sunrise. He said, "It feels like my body finally remembers how to rest." Or Linda, a grandmother from Ohio who often cared for her energetic grandchildren. She added 2 kiwis to her nightly routine. She was skeptical at first, but after a month she noticed she was waking up with more energy and less irritability. She said, "It's like I got back a piece of my life." These are not isolated cases. Science backs them up, and real people are living proof. And perhaps the most powerful part, these solutions don't come with a long list of side effects. They come from the earth, from simple foods our bodies understand. So let me ask you this.
What would your mornings feel like if you could reclaim even 1 extra hour of restful sleep? Imagine the clarity, the patience, the energy that could ripple into every part of your day. Better sleep is not a luxury, it's a foundation. And with the right choices, it's within your reach. We've traveled a long way together in this journey, from uncovering why so many older adults struggle with sleep to exploring the hidden causes, and finally discovering natural, practical solutions right in your kitchen. And here's the truth. Better sleep is not about chasing the newest pill or the latest gadget. It's about returning to what your body has always known: nourishment, rhythm, and care. So tonight, I invite you to take just one step. Maybe it's brewing a calming cup of tea. Maybe it's enjoying a kiwi after dinner. Or perhaps it's simply dimming the lights an hour earlier than usual. Whatever it is, make it small, make it simple, and make it yours. Because every small step is a message to your body. I am ready to rest. I am ready to heal. And remember, you deserve this. Restful nights, energized mornings, and the joy of living your days fully awake. Sleep is not lost to age. With the right choices, it can be reclaimed. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a sibling, a partner, anyone who deserves better sleep. And if you'd like more science-backed guidance on living stronger and healthier after 50, make sure to subscribe and join our community. Because this is just the beginning, and together we can turn the later chapters of life into the most vibrant ones. So tonight, when you turn off the lights, remember, you're not just closing your eyes, you're opening the door to a healthier, more energized tomorrow.